sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes, baby. I can never be controlled. Let them know. 500 helicopters driving me gonzo, but they want you just to envy. Let them see it. I'm the first to say it, now it's time you just believe it. I got too many fakes, made lots of foes. These people cold. Talk down your dreams because they know they can't come close. Don't shake no hands, they'll steal your friends. I walk alone. I see false idols, other titles. You need to grow. I be lost your mind, but I ain't like the others no more. God, I'm learning lessons as I go. You're only wasting time. Tell the devil there's a door. Praying God is only trying to test me for the glory. You'll always want more. My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better.
First off, let me talk my got a couple.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Today, we've got an NFC South matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Tampa.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
Brad, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Getting to the ball that time was Jeremy Chinn. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage.
Touchdown!
Danny Gray.
His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Buccaneers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Isabella now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee, as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. This is intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Here's Brady. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
On 2nd and 11 now, Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now 14-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Isabella now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Levante David. There's a nice move. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. $21-0 our score after 1. 2nd and 8. Mayfield off the play fake. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Fourth down, Mayfield.
It's tipped, but it doesn't matter. He still catches it. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert And that'll keep the drive alive.
That brings back bad memories as a defender. This series is supposed to be done, yet they've got a new set of downs.
Funny part is you put your hand on your face as that happened. You felt the pain.
Yeah, it's happened to me before. Not good.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Akeem Hicks, he would not be denied there. He sticks him for the loss.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
In motion goes the tight end. Mayfield on play action. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Yetur Gross-Matos able to record his 5th sack of the season. The sack backs him up 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs.
Hey, goal 66.
They're going to look to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Going up top for Miller. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? Because ordinarily that happens, things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards that time. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Mayfield. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
On second down and 4. Mayfield over the middle. That's complete to McCaffrey. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 2nd and goal, Mayfield. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. A run there on 1st down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the 3rd quarter with a run by Cohen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the 3rd quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting it in the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 12, Brady looking downfield for Godwin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Pride. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
In motion, the tight end.
Regular.
Brady. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Carolina. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And give him a gain of 37.
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Miller, the man in motion. First down, a run with Cohen. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 28 yards. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try the counter here. Cohen, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Cohen. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Hey, Alabama.
To throw is Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
A few better down a score in the 4th quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10.
That throw by Brady incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Check it, reload! Hey, 66, on!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Both bandits! Easy.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again.
That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Chris Godwin, 46 yards.
And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we're all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Isabella now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Hey,
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return is Cohen. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 43 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They try again with Cohen, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Rip. 72. 72.
Here's Brady to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that's one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield running the option right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. Down to about the 32. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2nd down and 7. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And his kick is good. And the Panthers have won the football game.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Panthers,
they continue to show they'll be a tough out in the playoffs as they move to 14-2 on the year.